The world around me is changing, and it's changing fast. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. But what can I do about it? Can I help? Can I fix it? I just don't know. I just try to live my life the best way I can and keep my head above water and stay afloat.
Oh, hey, good morning. Well, it's about 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning and it's cold for sure. Yep. It's minus 5 degrees Celsius outside. Inside it's nice and toasty. Here in my galley it's a bit colder, but yeah, I slept like a baby, had my heater on. Nothing to worry about, no problems at all. And now it's time for coffee. I got a question from a viewer, I believe a couple of videos ago, and he wanted to know what we do here in the Netherlands with our black water discharge from our boats. So let me answer that. Look at that. Almost all the snow and ice has disappeared. And I'm loving that. Right. I got a question from a viewer. I forgot who it was. It was a couple of videos ago, I believe. And he asked me what we do here in Holland with our black water, the toilet water, and from the water from the sink. Well, it's a bit tricky here. Water from the sink, the water you discard from doing the dishes, you are allowed to put that overboard, just in a normal water like here. That's perfectly fine. Since 2009, it's illegal to discharge your black water, so the water from your shower. Well, the shower is allowed again, but from your toilet, you're not allowed to discard that into the open water. And if you get caught, you get a fine of 160 euros. That's about 180 to 185 US, I believe. Plus 9 euros administration fee. But the thing is, I did some research on it, and in Holland we have about 500,000 privately owned boats. That's not the professionals, that's boats like that you see here in the marina. 500,000. We have about 200,000 campers, we call them. In the States you will call them, in Canada you may call them RVs, mobile homes. We have about 200,000 of them in our country. And a weird difference is, when you have an RV or a motorhome, a camper van, there are places you can discharge your black water. You pay a couple of euros, or sometimes it's even free. You can discard it and go on living your life. When you have a boat, it's different. There are a few pump stations available in the Netherlands for us boaters, but they are few and far apart. If I want to get to the closest one, I have to go to the city of Vinkeveen. I will show you the name of that there. I will look it up how far it is, but I believe it's about a couple of hours cruising. And then you get there and the thing is broken. So then what? So it's weird. They make legislation here in Holland that it's illegal to discharge your black water, but there are almost no facilities available to discharge it safely and correctly. And that's weird. And it's harming the environment, I know, but what can I do about it? But still, if they catch someone, you get a fine. And that's, to put it nicely, bullshit. But hey, that's Holland, and Holland, the Netherlands is not perfect, for sure. I mean, it's bloody cold and I need warmth, so I'm gonna get a shower and let's see what the day will bring. And because it's cold, I'm treating myself to a nice little steak. I have some other things prepared as well. Let me show you here. That's oink meat. That's for tonight with some veggies. But this is just a little snack. Yeah, just as a little treat. Why not? So last night when I was getting ready to go to bed, I wanted to set up my coffee machine, so I just have to press a button in the morning and then I have fresh coffee. And I found out I ran out of water. So I've run out of water, and now I'm hoping that, let me see where it is, that here is this water. No. And now I'm hoping they connected the water supply again on this dock. I mean, when it was freezing, they shut it off, leaving the water main on the other side of the dock, on the end of this dock, open and free to use. I mean, that wouldn't freeze apparently. So let me see if we got water. So in here is the water, and now I need to get a hose and connect it and see if there's water power, water pressure on it. Otherwise, I have to go to the main building and get a cart with a really long hose and get my water from here. There. So, let me grab that hose and fingers crossed. Yay, I got lucky. I got water. Whee! And now I need to keep my eye on it, because I do not want to overflow my tank again. I can hold about 700 liters, but I'm not gonna put in all that. I mean, that's pushing it. Well, that should do it. So I woke up at 6 this morning and it's now 9:30-ish, and I'm gonna get my first cup of coffee, for sure. Oh. So it's now about 8 degrees Celsius above zero, so I have my hatch open. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. I can ventilate, I can get rid of some condensation. I have my big hatch open right here. Ta-da! And I'm using only one heater, and it's not even on full whack, and it's 20 to 21 degrees Celsius in here. Awesome. Right. So Bauke has confirmed he's coming tomorrow. It's now Wednesday and he will come tomorrow morning on Thursday. And that means a lot to me. I mean, having warm water from the tap, I mean, I can wash my hands in warm water, and now I cannot. I mean, if I want to wash my hands, I have to do it in icy, icy cold water. It's basically the same temperature as the water here in the marina. So it's a small thing, just when you think about it. Warm water from the tap. You usually, if you are in your home or in your apartment or whatever, you're not thinking about it. You just, when you get a new home, you're like, well, everything works fine, cool. Let's put in my stuff and start living. On a boat, it's different. And that makes it, to me, let me open up a window here. I mean, the neighbors aren't here, I know that. But to me, it's a small victory. And every time I will use the tap, I will think, hey, this is really nice. I mean, it's better than I had before. And that's how it works, guys, living on a boat. I mean, you have to figure out how to live, get stuff you need. You probably cannot do it all at once. At least I can't. I mean, it costs money, of course. So yeah, a small factory, and it's not, I mean, Bauke hasn't even arrived yet, and I have to do the dishes the old-fashioned way. But I don't mind. I mean, I know what's coming, and I know it will increase the level of comfort on my boat big time. So it's a big win for me. And now I have to repeat that process 2 more times just to be able to do the dishes. Well, doing the dishes is the only time I have warm hands in warm water on my boat. And you might wonder and consider, why would you wait so long to get a boiler? Well, for me it's basically like camping. You go camping, you set up your camp, and then after a few days you get into a little routine. Oh, I need to do the dishes. Hey, I need to boil water. So I'm just went with the flow. And that's how I live my life, basically. I deal with the consequences when I encounter them. And in this case, the installment of the boiler, and it still has to be done. I mean, as you saw, I just boiled my water again. But it just took a back seat to my life, basically. And now is the time for me to fix that. Well, and Bauke. And install that boiler. I don't know if we can finish it tomorrow in one go. We'll see about that. But basically, the beginning is there. I'm gonna finish my dishes, and then I'm gonna install the tap or by myself. That's easy enough. This boiler thing, this water heater, that old one, it's pretty heavy, so I'm not gonna take it off by myself. I need an extra pair of hands for that. I mean, if it falls off the wall onto my sink or whatever, I got damage. I don't want that. So I need Bauke's assistance with that as well. So yeah, Bauke will install some extra electrical points for me as well. He has to anyway for the power supply to the boiler. And yeah, basically, hopefully we can finish it. And then it needs to warm up. It's a 40 liter boiler. It will take a couple of hours for it to heat up. But then I have warm water from my tap. And that's amazing. So this is the puppy I'm going to install. So let's see what we got. There's the tap. What's this? Instructions. Yeah, we know. More stuff. Ooh, look at that. Nice and shiny. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy that when it's installed, for sure. Whew. A few moments later, hey, look at that. There we have it. It's not hooked on yet, of course. I mean, that's still this old piece of crap. But the first step has been made. Awesome. So there is another comfort thing bothering me big time. And I'm feeling good today installing the tap, so let's build on that little success. It works that way, you know. Look at this. This is my little cupboard where I store a lot of my spices and herbs and bread and knives and stuff. But this glass, this is what's bugging me. I mean, I should be able to lift it up and take it out, but it doesn't work like that, apparently. So I'm using this one. Here we go. So I don't want to put any pressure on this glass. I mean, it could break. It's already chipped here. And then I could cut my hands really bad. So I noticed that this is glued in. Or maybe even nailed in. No, it's glued in. And that's what I want to see. Let me get this out of the way in case it falls. And now let's see if I can wiggle it out. There we are. That worked like a charm. Hey, I'm chasing comfort, guys. Look at that. I have a metal strip on my wall. Oh, I like that. And why did I put them like this, with the handle on the other downside and the pointy ends up? Well, if I'm working here and the points are down there, I can prick myself. So this is the safest way. God, this feels good. So now I'm hearing you thinking it. I mean, I've put this up, but I left that untreated. I didn't do anything with it. And yeah, for sure I'm gonna change it, but there's gonna be a whole lot of work done in this galley, and that's gonna take a while, and I don't know when I'm starting this project. So that means if I don't do it, I'm not living in the comfort style I like to live in. Just have my knives ready to go. So when it's time to fix my galley up, then my plan for it is complete. I know what I want, and then I can just take it off again. The screw holes will be there. I can paint it or do whatever I want with it and just put it back. But until then, I'm living a comfort style I like. So that's the reason why. And the same goes for this situation. I mean, it looks like crap, I know, but there's still a little bit of an edge on here, so this won't slide out. That might, so I have to take that out. But I rather have it this way and easy accessible than working my way around with those two little glass doors sliding all over the place. That's just not what I want. And until I fix it, I can use it the way I like it. And that's, in a way, it's comfort. I mean, it's not perfect, I know. But yeah, perfect doesn't even exist. So not in my book anyway. So that's the reason why I'm doing it like this. And for you who knows me, you know I'm jumping from project to project just as I feel like it and how life turns out. I mean, on a boat you have to be careful. One project turns into another, and before you know it, you're taking the ceiling out just to replace the floor. So, and I've done that. When you go back to my old work with my first boat, you can see the perfect examples of that. I was trying to fix my galley, and I ended up taking out all the ceilings. So I'm not gonna do that on this boat. I'm gonna protect the comfort I have, and yeah, fix the issues when I come to it, when I feel like it, when the opportunity is there, and of course the money's there. I mean, everything on a boat, if you want to have something for your boat, you know, it's expensive. So that's why I'm doing it the way I do it. Thanks for watching. Pick one of these and I'll see you there.